So, we meet again.
And it's right down the pipe.
Dynasty, upstart, legends versus the league's new fad. 17 long years later, their paths collide at the Super Bowl. Many things are different. Some remain the same.
Probably as excited as I've been in a long time.
But this fact will never change. This is sport's grandest stage. Back in hot Atlanta with a hot matchup where 60 minutes, or perhaps more, will write history.
Kick is good. Rams win it.
Define legacy. Bring joy and misery.
But that should have been a penalty.
This is the greatest show on turf now. Back for another shot. Representing a new city and a new chance. The adversary is the same. Coach and quarterback back for more. Back to reclaim their place at the top. A year's worth of work comes down to this game. Welcome to Super Bowl 53. This is a special edition of Saturday Sports Central.
The bright lights of downtown Atlanta have a special glow this Saturday night. For the first time in 19 years, the spotlight of the Super Bowl returns. Hello and welcome into a special edition of the Electric Power Company's Saturday Sports Central. Steve Lehman along with television's John Burton just outside Mercedes-Benz Stadium welcoming you to Super Bowl 53. And JB, this is a matchup of the established greatness of the Patriots against the up-and-coming Rams.
That's right, the New England Patriots, they've been to 9 of the last 18 Super Bowls. It's their 3rd Super Bowl appearance in a row. They're going for their 6th Super Bowl win, which would tie the Pittsburgh Steelers for most all time. The Rams, they haven't been here in a long time. They were still in St. Louis the last time they were here at the Super Bowl. But everybody knows whether it's your first Super Bowl or your 18th, the spotlight is big and the moment is special, and it's what every NFL player dreams about.
Obviously, you're excited to get to be here. I mean, this is what you dreamed about when you were 12 years old.
I've been watching Super Bowl Sundays, ever since I can remember. To be able to play in it, seeing that kick go in, made it so real.
Just excited, pumped up to be at this point, ready to play. This is what you dream about, to be on this stage.
Never thought in a million years, I'd ever play in the Super Bowl. I didn't dream it, but for it to happen, man, it's a dream come true.
This is how the two teams have got to beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Both took care of business at home in the divisional round, then won in overtime on the road in their respective conference championships. And it was not without controversy for the Rams in New Orleans. This blatant pass interference that went uncalled, LA gets the ball back, ties the game, and then won it on Greg Zuerlein's record 57-yard field goal in overtime, putting an LA team in the Super Bowl for the first time since the Raiders in 1984.
Everyone's so locked in, so ready to go, and you just kind of want to get out there even this week. It feels like it drags on forever, but we'll be ready on Sunday.
First and foremost, it's about the team of City LA. I think it would be huge. We want to go out and try and win the Super Bowl this year, and we just got to go out there as a team and execute. We've gotten ourselves to the bowl, and we need to go take care of business.
The Rams won in New Orleans despite practically nothing from All-Pro running back Todd Gurley, who's been hobbled by a knee injury since the end of the regular season. But he plans to give it whatever he can in Super Bowl 53.
Fully expect him to be the Todd Gurley that we all know, and he's going to be a big part of this game.
It's the last game, so it's like, why not play like it's your last game? So let's do or die. I'm just super excited, man. Super Bowl.
The uncertainty is why Todd Gurley's our player to watch, sponsored by Bart Durham Injury Law. Los Angeles is hoping to get the Gurley that ran for 115 yards and a touchdown against the Cowboys, and not the one that was limited to just 4 carries in New Orleans.
The Patriots are back at a 3rd straight Super Bowl and make it 9 now for Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. But this Pats team is different because the overtime win in Kansas City was the first time they've won an AFC championship on the road.
I think no one really pictured us being here, and for so many years I've been here, we've been the team that everyone says you need to beat if you want to get here and blah, blah, blah. So I think to kind of be in that underdog role has been fun.
When you've been in the position I've been in, you just count your blessings every day. I've just been a part of so many great teams that have had the opportunity to play in this game, and it is once in a lifetime, but we've just been fortunate.
The Brady-Belichick era is maybe the greatest dynasty in sports today. Their 29 playoff wins together are the most all-time, as are their 9 Super Bowl appearances. They can tie for the most titles ever with a win tomorrow night. And when the Patriots take the field, you may feel like you're seeing double in their secondary. Defensive backs Devin and Jason McCourty are identical twins and look so similar, they were able to pull a fast one on some press this week when they switched uniforms for one media session. This will be Devin's 5th Super Bowl, but just the first for Jason, a former Titan who thought this day would never come.
Leading up to the game, I'll be nervous as all get out. And once we start playing, you're just playing. And I think my wife told me, savor and enjoy all of these moments.
Jason McCourty spent the first 8 years of his career playing cornerback for the Titans and never reached the playoffs. He went winless last year in Cleveland before signing on with the Patriots dynasty.
Surreal, I'll say. Just to open a game, we play Houston at home and we win the game. The last time I played in a game and won was in 2016. So just to win 11 games this season, the most I won in Tennessee was 9. Every experience this year has just been memorable for me.
For all but one of Devin's previous Super Bowls, Jason would superstitiously leave the stadium at kickoff, then sneak back in for post-game celebrations. Now they'll take the field together.
It's what this whole season has been. So many years of texting back and forth throughout a week of, hey, we played the Colts this week, send me your notes, or this, that, and the third. From OTAs all the way through this season, to be able to take part in this together. All of those moments have been so special, and I think taking the field together in the Super Bowl will be one more moment to add to the long list. Now, for him to be on this end of it, enjoying every moment, smiling at everything we do, it's been great.
It's been the best season of Jason's 10-year NFL career, one he hopes to cap by hoisting the Lombardi Trophy on Sunday.
Winning the game. That's the biggest dream.
McCourty's one of 7 Patriots with a local connection, including former Vol Cordero Patterson, ex-Vandy star Adam Butler, Dante Hightower of Lewisburg, and Columbia lineman Shaq Mason. The Rams have Tennessee rookie John Kelly and former Western Kentucky standout Tyler Higbee.
Coming up, we look ahead to the NFL's next mega event, the NFL Draft in Nashville. Plus, we visit with an all-time Titans great about his memories from Super Bowl 34. But first, has Mike Vrabel brought the Patriots way to Nashville? Stay with us. A couple of former Patriots Super Bowl winners have made their way to the Tennessee Titans defensive backfield, cornerbacks Logan Ryan and Malcolm Butler. Ryan came to Tennessee 2 years ago. Butler signed as a free agent last year. And before becoming the head coach of the Titans, Mike Vrabel spent 8 of his 14 NFL seasons as a player with the New England Patriots. Vrabel played for Bill Belichick and with Tom Brady. He knows all about the Patriot way, and he's hoping to bring some of that magic winning dust to Tennessee. Mike Vrabel played 8 seasons and won 3 Super Bowls with the New England Patriots, and he says the blueprint for New England's continued success is something called the Patriot way. Simply put, do more for the team than for yourself.
I think that there's an accountability that people strive for. I think on the coaching side and most especially on the playing side.
Vrabel says playing for a coach like Bill Belichick may not have been easy, but you always know where you stand.
You know, I think he's demanding, but I think that he certainly has a way to reach players in their own, in his own style, based on what he feels like the player needs. He may coach me differently than he may coach somebody else, but I think that you know, he's got a wide variety of knowledge with all phases of the game.
Pats QB Tom Brady says he's not retiring regardless of what happens on Sunday, and his former teammate isn't the least bit surprised.
I'm sure I'll see him here in the offseason, and you know, we'll talk about it, but you know, as long as he stays healthy, I know that the competitive spirit in him is what drives him.
That's the way we were raised up around here, 'cause all my friends drank beer.
The NFL's calling this its most musical Super Bowl ever. The weekend kicked off Thursday night, Music City style. Country up-and-comer Tyler Reese-Tritt and headliner Craig Campbell playing the Super Bowl live stage in Centennial Park.
There's a direct correlation between sports, music, entertainment. It's what it's all about. And what I'm here to do tonight is just to make sure everybody has a really, really good time.
When Super Bowl 53 wraps up and the crowds leave Atlanta on Monday, attention will turn to the NFL Draft and Nashville and what could be the biggest party of the spring. The league officially unveiling its draft plans on Wednesday for the Music City Draft, what they hope could be the biggest and best draft ever.
That's why we picked Nashville. Our goal is to raise the bar every year. We think that has been the case.
This is the biggest sporting event and maybe the biggest event period in the history of Nashville or the history of the state.
With the draft stage on First Avenue, upwards of 100,000 fans are expected to line Lower Broadway each day to see the selections, concerts, and soak up the unique vibe only Music City can offer.
As the draft has evolved, we really started to see that it is a fantastic outdoor festival environment in a lot of respects, and Nashville is really the perfect match for that.
I can't say enough about the NFL listening and wanting to embrace the authenticity, the culture, and the music of Nashville.
Thousands more fans will flock to the NFL experience at Nissan Stadium over the 3-day event, which will be televised on 3 networks, once again raising the city's profile.
And events have always been a big part of our strategy to showcase the city. And when you reach this level of event, you've arrived. And so it says a lot about Nashville's capabilities and Nashville's reputation.
Still to come, we sit down with Titans great Eddie George as he relives Tennessee's magical run to Super Bowl 34. And a couple of former Titans hope to take their place among pro football's elites. Stay with us.